And the white guy is kind of mentoring him about responsibility and all of these things there. And of course, and I also think there's something to be said about who wrote the script for Training Day, in the same way of who wrote the script for Hustle and Flow. And the ways in which the Academy recognizes this sort of writing as genius, as really capturing something. And in Training Day, it was the corruption with the LAPD, and that again, and of course, we're trying to figure out, well, where are the white cops that really play a central role in this kind of corruption? But we get Denzel featured, we get a black director, and all that good stuff there. So, and of course, that leads us to Halle Berry's moment, right? And and a lot of people had a great deal of problems with, that very sorry movie, right? I mean, it was not a very good movie. I think Halle Berry did what she could with the role. But, so I think that there is a continuum. I think the Academy has not changed. I think there's a validation of black actors tend to be boxed into certain categories and rewarded if they play those particular categories or those particular characterizations well, if they come off well. But I think oftentimes too, images are important, and even with respect to hip hop culture and gender and all, and these are the things that have people rattled today, the perception of black women, the images of black women. But I also think we have to go deeper than the image and look at other dynamics that are happening in our communities and get beyond just the image thing. Because even if they cleaned up the image, even if Denzel had gotten the award for Malcolm X or Hurricane, we still have problems around gender in our communities. And so this positive, negative image thing, we got to push that a little bit. And really kind of talk about things a little bit more deeply. I do think film is very important. I think popular culture is very important. It impacts us in myriad ways. Right. But I don't necessarily think, about a month ago, I was watching a broadcast, and there was a young girl, 6 years old, on a playground, 12 boys, 6, 7-year-olds surrounding her, fondling her. Teacher on the playground, St. Louis, right? Stunning. And so people will say, but that's and so the superintendent comes and says, what is happening in our communities? Now, a lot of people want to say, it's that hip hop. That's what it is. They're listening to that nasty music. But see, that has always been going on those playgrounds and communities. And so, so we can't do this kind of cause-effect thing and say, it's black popular culture that's helping perpetuate. I mean, certainly what it is doing, it is depicting very grim realities with respect to gender, and we have to deal with those realities. And so we got to get beyond the image thing and really, grapple with those. And so, yeah, what is happening in our communities? What has been happening in our communities for far too long?
Okay. Anyone else like to?